All right, fine. We shall tell the story of when my brother broke my ass. So, we gotta go back a little bit. Yes, Dragon was already told this. Interesting, Satan. That's pretty cool. Been a long time since. Yeah, you're right, Chubbs. So, I was like maybe 12 or 13 at the time. So, obviously, still in school. We'll get back to why that's important here in a second. But I was helping work on a haunted 10ish. No, I was like, was I did go to school. No, I wasn't 10. I was like 12. I want to say I was like 12, mom, because this was whenever we were in the Highlands, and it was right after um Becca and I had broken up. So yeah, I was in middle school. I was helping work on this haunt, and it was called a haunted mine because you literally went into the mine for the haunt. I'd been scaring there for like 4 or 5 years, maybe not so long. Maybe I was like 14, 15. I think I was like 14 or 15 for this because I'd been there for like 3 or 4 years by now. And I remember I was only allowed to scare at the haunt because Chris was there and scared at the haunt. Either way, I was young and I was in middle school, right? And so we were working. I became one of the people who helped set it up. We helped build. Um, and so we were finishing up one night with building, getting some of the stuff set up. And that night had been very interesting. Well, that entire day, I think it was a Saturday, and it had been very interesting because we were getting close to the scare season, and we were trying to push to get everything finished up so that we could have everything ready to open up on opening night. So first and foremost, this is the same night that I got chased with a chainsaw that still had a chain on it. And that is pretty much what started the domino effect of me ultimately getting my ass broken. So, pretty much what happened was we were setting up the entry area where it was like, "Oh, hey, pay for your tickets and stuff like that." Um and Daryl was there, and it was Daryl, myself, and my brother, and we were working on something. They asked for a circular saw, and me being the youngest, they said, "Hey, King, go get the circular saw." I was like, "Okay." I know what a circular saw is. I run down to get a circular saw. This was directly in the middle of it, mom. This was like smack dab in the middle of it. Um, but when I get down there where all the tools normally are, I could not find the circular saw. And the owner at the time, Bob, no, it's not a pun, Chubbs. I was a very chubby kid when I was younger. Um, but the owner at the time was down there, and I was like, "Hey, Bob, do you know where the circular saw is? Daryl needs it." He's like, "No, I don't." And we looked around for a little bit, and he was like, "Well, I don't know. Here, take this up." I'm like, "Bob, this is a chainsaw." He's like, "Yeah, it might work for whatever he needs." I'm like, "No, it's not going to work." He's like, "Just take it up." I'm like, "Okay." I was told to take a chainsaw in place of a circular saw. So I take it up. I give it to Daryl. Daryl looks at me. He's like, "This is a chainsaw." I'm like, "Yes, Bob told me to bring this up to you." He's like, "I asked for a circular saw." I'm like, "I don't know what to say. I couldn't find it. Bob gave me this to bring to you." And so he turns on the chainsaw and starts chasing me with it. And he chases me back down, halfway down the hill, and I run into Bob again. I'm like, he chased me with the chainsaw back down to here. He's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, he needs a circular saw, not the chainsaw. And then Daryl comes walking in with the chainsaw, like he never chased me at all with it. So that's the beginning of this. That's where it started dominoing. So we're trying to finish up for the night. I just walk out of the mine, and my brother is behind me, and I had said something that had really annoyed my brother when we were in the mine. I don't remember what it was, but I was still laughing about it. And so as we come out of the mine into that same work area, because it all kind of converged onto this one work area, it was like the central part. As we came into the work area, I was still laughing about it, and I started to talk about it a little bit more. And so my brother comes up behind me and bum rushes me, like full blown, grabs both of my shoulders and shoves his knee as hard as he could into my ass. And that is how I broke my tailbone. More accurately, my brother broke my tailbone, which the tailbone is essentially your butt. I couldn't sit. I couldn't even stand still for a time, okay? I had to try to sit in the car as we went home. It was a pretty decent drive. It was like about a 15-20 minute drive. We get home. I instantly go to mom. I don't go to dad because I know what dad would say. He would be like, haha, that's funny. Good job, Chris. So I go to mom. I'm like, Mom, Chris bum rushed me so hard, I can't sit. She's like, what? I'm like, I can't sit. It hurts to sit. And so she starts to laugh. Thanks, Chubbs. Thanks. She starts to laugh. She's trying to yell at my brother, but she starts to laugh. Well, after she gets it all out, her being her, we have this whole, like, she was a teacher for medical for 10 years and did a whole bunch of medical stuff before that. She knows quite a bit about medical. She's no doctor, but she knows quite a bit. So after some, like, little tests to see kind of what the damage is, because I was a little embarrassed to go get it medically tested or medically checked out. So we go through, like, she's like, okay, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do this. Does this hurt? Does that hurt? And we conclude that my ass is indeed broke. Now, we're going to get back to the school thing. You can't get a cast on your butt. So even if we had gone to the doctor, all they would have said is, you got a broken tailbone. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. All right? And yeah, Satan, I'm both. I don't think there's ever been a such thing as a butt cast, because you can't stop yourself from sitting. I mean, you have to sit specifically to take a poop, right? So I'm in school. Now, if you ever been to school, which I'm sure everybody here has, they don't make the chairs comfortable because they don't want the kids falling asleep in the chairs. So you gotta, like, I don't even know, like a plexiglass? What even are those chairs made out of? I don't even know. But you got those really hard chairs, and I have to sit on those chairs for hours. Plastic? Fell asleep on the floor? That doesn't surprise me. Maybe what would happen if I had my hips fixed? See, I think they're a little bit harder. I think it's plastic mixed with something, Chubbs, because they are a lot more strong than like just regular run of the mill plastic. Unless it's like, I don't know. I never paid attention. All I know is I couldn't sit. And because I never went to the doctor to get it officially saying, "Hey, you broke your ass," I didn't have a reason to get up. So that was fun. For 6 weeks, I had to try to go through it. And also, by the time I could sit normally and for long periods again, the haunt season had already come to pass. Like, it was already, oh, we're haunting. Okay, well, now we're closed. And now my butt gets fixed. Oh, nice, dragon. Sounds like fun. So, that is the story of how my brother broke my ass.